Okay, so this segment talked about sleep, and so they found that electrical stimulation of the reticular formation activates the cortex, and lesions in these regions made animals sleep. The reticular formation, basal forebrain, and brainstem push the brain back and forth between non-REM sleep and wakefulness, and the pons triggers REM sleep, and lesions abolish REM sleep. Part of the pons where some neurons are active only during REM sleep is called the subcoriolis. It inhibits motor neurons to keep them from firing, and they are excited by glutamate. So lesions in the subcoriolis can abolish the loss of muscle tone. So a sleep disorder called narcolepsy involves frequent intense episodes of sleep during normal wake hours, like during the middle of the day. And people with this enter REM sleep in the first few minutes of sleep without knowing they're falling asleep. So cataplexy is a sudden loss of muscle tone leading to a collapse of the body without consciousness. And that's a part of narcolepsy, which arises between ages of 15 and 25 and affects them for the rest of their life. And humans with narcolepsy lack about 90% of their hypocretin receptors, and they're in the hypothalamus and control switching between non-REM sleep and REM sleep. So some things that can help avoid cataplexy are things like antidepressants, and they also suffer from sleep paralysis, which is the inability to move or talk before falling asleep or just after waking up. So sleep disorders are more common in children, even though narcolepsy is usually diagnosed in adulthood. Common sleep disorder in children is night terrors and sleep neurosis, which is also known as bedwetting. Somnambulism is sleepwalking that occurs during stage 3 of sleep. There's also REM behavior disorder, which is where organized behavior occurs in someone who looks like they're sleeping. So insomnia is the inability to fall asleep, and it affects 15 to 30% of the population. There's sleep state misperception, which is difficulty staying asleep. There's sleep onset insomnia, which is difficulty falling asleep that can come from the environmental conditions around you. There's sleep maintenance insomnia, which is difficulty staying asleep. And then sleep apnea, which is where respiration slows or stops during your sleep. It's most common in obese people. And then there's SIDS, which arises from sleep apnea, or there's at least evidence for it. Most sleep aids affect the GABA neurotransmitter, and one way to improve sleep on your own is practicing good sleep hygiene to promote healthy sleep.